What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of the Six Gaming Podcast. I am your host, always, Shosan. With me, a
Not
fabulous panel of co-hosts. Again, as always, I love it when you guys come, except we're missing Mr. I'm not
Ron.
Yeah. So Ron Cleese, but we do have, starting off, Miss Antharian.
Hey, what's up?
Mr. Vegito.
Hola. Yo.
Yeah. And of course, Mr. I'm awesome in science, Prox people.
How's it going? Guten Tag, everyone.
Word.
Instead of shouting Bill, we should start shouting Brox.
Right. So
He's just this guy, you know.
Yeah.
So us, except for Veg today, are fully loaded with some alcoholic drink, which should be fun. We are not talking about our League of Legends, believe it or not. We're not going into the usual stuff. So, yeah, Penth, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I gotta make this last then.
You guys can find another way to make up your drinking. We'll do that. So, let's kick things off with yes news. I have zero news for you guys, except I did get. I'm 99% done with Batman Arkham
Nice.
Knight.
I'm surprised you're
the only thing that I
versus,
haven't done.
Versus staring at that screenshot from last week for a week.
Oh, that's an awesome screenshot. The only thing that I haven't done yet are all those Joker puzzles. Some of those are just completely maddening and frustrating, and I haven't brought
It's
much.
called YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cheat. There's no fun in that.
It's not cheating if you're trying to be an achievement whore.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. And there comes a point where if you're an achievement whore, you just get the last few.
Right. I don't want to do that, but I tell you guys, that was probably the most epic ending I have seen in a video game in a long time.
Okay, if you spoil that for
well
me,
worth
I will come to South Dakota and murder you.
North
I will
Dakota,
let him do it.
and I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah, but
just
Veg
saying,
being
though,
that close to
play
you
through
is
that.
gonna cause
Yeah, I
you to
mean,
die.
you're still within the sphere of influence there.
This is true. He's probably still got reaching distance. So, but yeah, that's that. I have quit WoW, so
I think we kind of all have.
Yeah.
yeah,
Another one bites
we
the
all
dust.
just kind of left for our own reasons, but we're all picking up different stuff. So
I did tell
that's
you
my
guys
news
that my mom
anyway.
literally dropped her jaw when I told her I quit.
Oh, I believe it. A lot of my friends said, "What? Why? Blah blah blah." No, but okay. So let's talk about some real news, though. There was something really, really heartbreaking that happened.
I thought we
Mr.
covered this last week.
Did we?
No, I think it happened for you.
No, I don't think we
I
did.
think it happened the day after.
Oh yeah, that's right. It did.
That was like Sunday. So, Mr. Iwata, who is the president of Nintendo, sadly passed away on
Nintendo
us
America.
again. Yeah. Sounds like it was a bile duct cancer that took him, which is why we missed him in the last two, I think, threes.
Yeah.
Because he was out sick, and yeah, sadly he's passed on. You can play Mario in heaven now, brother. But that's all I got. So,
Yeah, I mean this guy was a legend at Nintendo. Kind of brought him back after the failures of GameCube and whatnot. I mean, he was responsible for the DS. He was responsible for the Wii.
well, and he started with HAL Laboratories,
Yeah,
which you guys would is the creator of Smash Brothers.
exactly.
I remember they did
Kirby.
That's right. That was
Kirby.
Kirby.
Earthbound also, I think, was
Well,
HAL. But
and
anyway, the
and
guy's a legend.
The other thing that he
And-
did was like, he was in a management position, and they would be having problems with the code, and he would be like, let me look at that, and like this management guy would come down and like in a week fix all of the code.
Yeah.
Like it was, I wouldn't call him a savant because that has certain like connotations, but
right.
he was crazy good, and he saved all kinds of projects.
Yeah, and that's really rare, like in a software field, for a manager to do that. Usually, most management types in software are the pointy-haired boss types. That You know, oh, hey,
Right.
we got we
They're
got
the
we got a
ones that
problem.
mess
distinct
up the
difference.
programming.
You know, let's just throw more coders at it. That'll solve it.
Right. And there is a very distinct difference between engineers and, you know what I mean? Like, engineers are almost, just in their own little world.
We
And
are
that's
very
it.
different.
Yeah. Which I'm kind of learning. I'm teaching myself to start coding. So maybe I'll get into y'all's weird little realm. But anyway, yes. Rest in peace, Mr. Iwata. We will miss you dearly. That's all I got. What about you guys, man? Anything important going on? What's up in the news?
You stole my news.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's important, though.
It
I mean,
really is.
That's a
I mean,
huge topic.
That kind of overshadows almost anything else that happened this week because, now, I mean, he came up with a lot of the innovations in Nintendo in the past 10, 12 years or so. I mean, what's coming next? And granted, they haven't innovated as much since then. I mean, they tacked 3D onto the DS, and they created a lot of confusion with the Wii U, who a lot of people still think is just an add-on to the Wii. But
I actually really enjoyed the Wii U. More than ever did my Wii.
Damn it, Show, stop playing with your Wii.
Oh, I'll play with my Wii all night.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to eventually getting a Wii U. I still just have the standard Wii, but my Wii is modified, and so I was able to rip all my games off to an external hard drive, so it makes it easier to not have to swap discs and stuff like that.
Well, and I think it was you, Brox, that was talking about the new 3DS or whatever.
Right.
You convinced me to go buy one.
Oh, nice.
It is significantly better than my other 3DS.
Oh, it really is. So, I mean, I feel bad for my original launch day 3DS. It just kind of sits there in its cradle, lost and dejected now. I mean, everything is taken off of it due to the transfer process. Exactly.
He's just sitting old. He has nothing to do anymore.
Everything's been wiped from it.
They're just sitting around doing nothing. I'll be happy to take them off your hands.
Honestly, I'd send it to you.
Yeah, I mean,
if you give me your address, done. Because it's just going to collect dust right now.
Yeah, I mean, mine goes in the pile of the Island of Misfit Nintendo handhelds. I mean, I got the original Game Boy. I've got 2 GBAs. I've got a GBA SP.
I'll even give you the card that came with it.
Okay, so, I got a DS sitting around, and it's got one of the S3 cards or whatever those were called that you could basically the same thing. You could rip your ROMs to SD card.
Hell yeah, do it.
Carry a bunch of games with you without a big case of games, but I beat all the games that I have for it, and just haven't played it.
Don't tell my boss, but my new 3DS is at work. I left it there because that's pretty much what I was doing up there.
Do you get paid hourly or salary?
Salary, man. U.S. Air Force.
You got to figure out your hourly rate and then figure out your pay per poop. Your pay per poop.
Hey, there's a reason that on my calendar every day, 5 days a week, from 12:30 to 1 o'clock is a standing staff meeting. So.
You got.
Nice. Sadly, I'm not at that level yet to call my own meetings, but I'm getting there. See, I work in my own office, and it's very remote from where my boss is. So I can make shit up as to why I can't make meeting XYZ, and they have no idea, which is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, mine has a meeting. It's the daily standing staff meeting. Location is the bunker, and there we go.
You gotta close the blast doors.
Very nice. So we got to talk because, again, Brox, I got to bring this up since you're kind of into the science-y, rockety type stuff. Dude, the Pluto mission, man, my mind is blown on this.
About.
When I was a kid, Pluto was a planet, but
right.
Now it's a dwarf.
And now it's a dwarf planet.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's really cool stuff. And what's amazing is just the amount of data they've got. They've on the quick flyby at this point the probe is you're over 2 million miles away from Pluto. I mean, it was really quick.
Yeah.
And
I think we lost.
Yeah.
You muted.
In and out, man.
Lost your audio.
Uh-oh. Yeah, something's going on. Small technical difficulties. We'll get it ironed out.
He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back.
So one thing that I did want to bring up about the Pluto mission is that so we launched it like 10 years ago,
It's seven.
like a decade ago. But it was, close
Well,
to 10
still,
years ago.
it was pretty much.
Quite a while ago. And it arrived in the closest approach, like only 1 minute off the original projections.
And that's
That's-
insane.
I
Yeah,
saw a
that's
thing.
really good.
I saw a thing that was like, supposing that you had the, you had the power to do it. It's like hitting a hole in one from like Manhattan into a golf hole in Texas or something
Right.
like that.
Well, I heard it described as you throw a dart from Los Angeles and you hit a bullseye in Florida.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's that hard.
But the thing is, you do have to remember. I mean, if we neglect air friction and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and we are able to figure in gravity, like a high school, college student is able to make the basic projections to do that.
Right. Well, here's my thing, and there's two big things. One, if you guys ever go to NASA.gov, they show this really cool time lapse of pictures throughout the years of what we had with Pluto, and it started out with this tiny, tiny little dot in the sky, and that was all we knew about Pluto. And but then the best thing we ever had was this terrible pixelated. It wouldn't even fit in an NES graphics. It was terrible. And now we just found out that there's
A giant heart on
70,000
it.
mile tall mountains out there. Insane.
Yeah, it's a giant heart on it. It actually has an atmosphere, and it's insane the amount of data they collected. I mean, I don't know how much y'all heard before my battery died in my old headset, but 40 gig
Nothing,
worth-
sadly.
40 gig worth of data they collected on the quick flyby.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's coming back at the blazing speed of 1 kilobit a second. So it's going to take a while to get all the data.
Right.
But I mean, it's coming back very slow. But they're using a very very reliable and a lot of error checking and stuff like that to come back. And it's got to come back a whole hell of a long way.
Oh,
So
yeah.
New Horizons uses Comcast.
Might as well.
Actually uses shows the internet, whatever he's
Right.
got.
Exactly. I mean,
That's
you think about it. Just communication between here and Mars is up to a 45-minute communication delay potentially.
Yep.
Jesus.
And so that's just Mars. Mars is really close to us. And
Well-
so Pluto coming back, when they had the pictures come back from the flyby, it was already well past Pluto at that point. It's
Right.
it's crazy just to think of how far some of that stuff is. And I've got a lot of respect for the guys that even designed the mission just to make sure they got it right in the first shot.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah,
it's a lot
while
of
you were
things that had
gone.
a lot of things that had to line up perfectly to get this to work.
Yep.
While you were out, I said that like we basically were like 1 minute off with the
Mhm.
original projected arrival time or whatever.
Exactly.
And
Which is
Here's the kicker, though. If you guys don't know much about our there's what's called the Kuiper Belt that comes around our whole solar system, which is basically this huge string of asteroids and everything else. They managed to get that entire craft through that completely undamaged. Like, everything was 100%. That's insane to me. Absolutely insane.
exactly, and especially if you've ever played some old space sims, you know how hard it is to go through an asteroid belt.
Go play Star Fox and
Exactly. Star
I mean,
Fox or TIE Fighter or any of those.
Right.
The thing is, space is big,
Yeah.
really big. I mean, you won't just imagine how mind-boggling big space is.
Yeah.
I mean, you think it's a long way down to the chemist, but that's just peanuts compared to space.
Hmm.
oh, I know. Yeah. But that was amazing. I've been watching it non.
And especially
of course.
if you mess something up and you have, you don't get a do-over. The planets aren't going to wait for you to figure your shit out.
Right.
That
Absolutely.
actually
They're
reminds
gonna
me-
literally say, "Wait, let me take a selfie real quick," and then they just
right,
stop.
right.
So the movie The Martian is coming
Yeah.
out later this year,
Mhm.
and it's going to be amazing if they keep to the book really at all. I mean, Matt Damon, granted, trying to rescue
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
rescuing Matt Damon on a space mission is usually a bad idea, as we've learned this past year.
Mhm.
Right.
But I think it's going to be pretty awesome. They've shown a few scenes. It looks like it's going to be good. The book is, if you haven't read the book The Martian, I think I mentioned it.
I
It's
haven't. I
very,
need to.
very good. It's, if you like science at all, like a lot of sci-fi books are like, oh, we need to make oxygen, so we'll do a chemical thing and make oxygen, and then it's
Right.
like, and then the next chapter said, so we made some oxygen. Like this in this one, he's like, I need water. I have 300 grams of hydrazine, and I can react it at a certain rate, and but I have to put this vent hood up, and I can create 300 liters every 10 hours. And, like, he like goes into all the real math
Crazy
of
amount of
exactly
detail.
how he would do it.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. It's cool. Like, it's a fun read. It's not just like, oh, it's just a math book with sci-fi included.
Yeah, I've been considering reading it. The author came to work a couple weeks back and gave a talk to everybody, and it was really interesting talk. And I said, I should probably actually check that book out.
Absolutely, read it. You'll
It's
like
a lot better than most of the other authors that I've had the pleasure of meeting that have come to visit. And I'm like, okay, that's
Yeah, you need to read that. Or listen to the audiobook. The audiobook's very good too. The guy does all the different voices. Some movies like Matt Damon, Kristen Wiig, Donald Glover, who is also known as Childish Gambino. You know him. A whole bunch of people. And while I'm on my book recommendation, this book, The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss, is book 2 in the Kingkiller Chronicles.
outstanding.
The first book is The Name of the Wind. Very good book. I recommend that also.
I'm definitely eagerly awaiting the third one.
Interesting. Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to go pick it up. But like you said, though, since we're doing the book recommendations, if you guys do want a math book that's hilarious, go look up What If.
Yeah, that's
by
what Ron
Randall
talked
Munroe.
about. Ron talked about last week.
I got to bring it up. I mean, it's a
2 weeks
brilliant book. It's absolutely hilarious.
So it's the complete opposite of show then.
Right.
And
Absolutely opposite.
And actually, on that note, he's writing a new book called Thing Explainer, and it's based on one of his strips called Upgoer 5, in which he explains the Saturn V rocket using only the 1,000 most common words in the English language. So it's like,
That's amazing.
people going to space go here. This part, fire comes out here. The air we breathe is here. Like it's like all these. If things go really bad, people going to space go here. It's awesome.
That man's a genius. Absolute genius. But yeah, I think that's really major news, isn't it?
No, we got some other stuff.
Yeah, what else is going on, man?
For the unfortunate of what you said earlier before we started this podcast, or what I found was that Five Nights at Freddy 4 is being made for their 1-year anniversary of the first one.
Face
Yeah.
palm.
For who, it's a really tacky and annoying game, to say the least. Yeah, you get like 5 minutes of jump scares, and after that you just get annoyed at the game, and that's 1 through 3.
Well, and you can't really innovate on that. You know what I mean? Because the original games are so restrictive, as it was.
Yeah, and then apparently there's still a movie in the works for it too.
Oh god.
I don't even want to know. Like, this thing has only been alive for a year, and I already want it dead.
Are they filming it at Chuck E. Cheese? I mean,
I don't know. I don't want to know.
right. I mean, they already did Chucky. They did Saw. I mean, how many more toy-based horror movies can you do?
Yeah, I know. And, at least, yeah,
You already.
yeah.
That's all.
But there at least some brighter news in the spectrum of news, at least, that they have just announced not that long ago for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. There's going to be a sandbox-style Warhammer action RPG.
Interesting.
Which is Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr. At least that's what I've been getting. Yeah, that's what I've been reading from the websites. It looks awesome. It honestly does. Anything from the Warhammer series,
usually a lot of fun.
It's either that they are, and it's sadly either hit or miss for the games.
Yeah.
The last Warhammer 40k, which was the third-person shooter gun 'em up, I thought that was fun as hell. But if they wanted to keep that alive, they needed to fix their multiplayer, which they butchered horribly.
Yeah.
Because in order to play with a certain group, they had to have that DLC, and if they didn't have one DLC out of the 4, which were like $5 each, you couldn't play with a certain group because they didn't have that, or because you didn't have that DLC. And they,
Of course.
so I'm really hoping with this next one they're going to fix any problems that they have with that.
Yep. I hope so too.
Because it was fun. The campaign was amazing. It was a great story-driven slaughterhouse, to say the least. Many orcs died because humies were evil.
Fair enough.
And then...
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
And-
actually,
No. Go ahead. Keep going.
I say I've got another news story if you're finished, Veg.
Oh, I had one more. It was just like
Okay.
a little tweak.
I'll go for it.
So Blizzard also announced this week that they're small tweaking their matchmaking process for Heroes of the Storm for the quick match modes, meaning that they're trying to fix it because they're ramping people that are level 30, level 40 with level 1s and 10s and stuff like that, and it's horrible. It's just a giant clusterfuck of annoyingness. I'm level 22, I think, and I'm all right. I'm all right at the game. I'm not going to say, "Ooh, I'm the greatest ever."
Right.
But you know when someone's a level 1, it's like, "Oh, hey, why are you standing in that bush when everyone's ganking us? We need help."
Right.
Oh, you're killing that minion. Why? Just why? So they announced that they're going to tweak it to where level 1s are going to play with level 1s and whatnot, and what they should have done from the freaking get-go. I know why they didn't do it, but at first because they were in beta and they needed all the players to play the maps.
Yeah.
But even still, after they gathered enough testers, they should have started segregating them.
And that's just it. Yeah, we're well out of beta now. These are simple things.
Let it be recorded that Veg is in favor of segregation.
Right? No kidding. Where's your Confederate flag? You bastard. All right, Brox, what do you got, good sir?
I almost forgot this one. So EVO or EVO or however you want to pronounce it. So Evolution Championship Series, which is kind of like the World Series of fighting games going on this weekend.
Oh yeah.
At
I've
it's in
been
Las Vegas, but they've got it all streaming. And most of the heats were done today, but tomorrow are the championship finals for everything. So starting at these are all Pacific time, and they've got it streaming at evo.shoryuken.com. So starting tomorrow 9 a.m.
Shoryuken.
They got Guilty Gear at 9, their championships. Mortal Kombat 10 is at 11. Smash Brothers Melee is at 1. Ultimate MVC 3 is at 4. And Ultra Street Fighter 4 is at 6:30. And it's
Damn, why so late?
It's amazing to watch these people. I mean, there's I'm completely terrible. I used to be huge into fighting games back in when Mortal Kombat 2 was the new thing. And I would blow I don't know how many tens of dollars in the arcade playing Mortal Kombat 2 and Street Fighter 2.
Yep.
Now I go in there and I can't even button mash my way, past some of these people that halfway know what they're doing. It's amazing to watch, especially, these players that get so technical and down to the exact frame counts of being able to react to these things.
See, I was a Tekken kid growing up.
Oh, nice.
It was always Tekken and Killer Instinct. That was our thing.
Ever watch a Super Smash Brothers tournament with the pros?
Yeah.
It's
Those
insane.
are crazy.
It's horrifying.
Like,
I wish I could do as a kid, and I look at them doing that. It's like, oh yeah, we're just gonna do this, and they'll show you how to do it, and I was like, oh, well then, I'm done. Thank you.
And what's crazy,
I'm not doing that.
Keep it on about Smash Brothers is the biggest one of these tournaments is still Smash Brothers Melee and the GameCube. I mean, two releases since then, but just the mechanics of Melee just doesn't get any better. They messed with the formula too much in Brawl and Smash Brothers on Wii U or 3DS.
Those aren't bad, honestly. The one on my Wii U, it feels very familiar. It's very much they tried to recreate the GameCube, but it's not quite there, kind of a thing. And
exactly.
But you got enough of a fanboy base; they're always going to go back to the GameCube. Like you said, hard to beat.
Well, plus, the one thing the GameCube version has that I haven't seen anyone since then is the hilarious extra points you can get at the end of it. If you're a half-minute man, you died within 30 seconds. And stuff like that. I keep looking for that in the later incarnations, and they just don't put them in. That was the best part. We
used to embarrass each other when you would play because you would always get that last taunt right at the end, so you get those extra points, and lots of fun.
We're having a company cookout next week, and for barbecue, I mean, for real serious barbecue, you gotta cook a long time, and you gotta keep your grill at the right temperature and everything if you're using a real grill and smoker. So it's
pork, right? It's barbecue,
yes.
not cookout.
Gotta be.
They're giving us They're giving us a bunch of racks of ribs and chicken.
Nice.
And then, the next, basically, they give them to us Tuesday, and then Wednesday's the actual contest. But we're going to be there Tuesday night starting at like 2 or 3 a.m. to start cooking. Right. And I'm bringing my Wii, I think, and we're going to play Mario Kart and Smash Brothers while we're waiting for the cooking to go.
While I was deployed, I took my GameCube and Smash Brothers with me. So for 6 months, we had lots of internal battles and fights amongst each other.
Yeah, I want to say that the GameCube, I mean, was a great party machine for fighting games. I mean, all you needed was Smash Brothers and Soul Calibur 2, and then you're done.
Right. Yep. That's exactly it.
That can amuse you for, I don't know
so many fights. Exactly, and we've had so many fights over Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, and Mario Party. I mean,
Mario Party, though, I like it, but it's unfair every single time.
Yeah, it always comes down to the random number generator on that one.
Well, I always describe Mario Party like a game of Monopoly, because I don't think there's ever been a game of Monopoly that hasn't ended with someone flipping the table and just walking away. Just letter words.
My wife and I don't play Monopoly together anymore. Last time we did it, we didn't speak for 2 weeks.
You see?
Is that like
case in point?
When my wife and I tried to play the Mario Wii together on multiplayer, we decided to just call it divorce mode.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, that stuff ends relationships real fast. But okay. God, my glasses. Do we have anything else, really? No?
Let's talk games.
Yeah, let's talk. All right, so we're going to push this over to what the fuck have you been playing? I'm pulling out some old school titles here because I can't think of anything else right now, so deal with it. So yeah, I've already discussed mine. Like I said.
Are you on drugs and alcohol?
What?
You said something about... Are you drinking alcohol with painkillers?
Maybe.
Okay, just clarifying.
Okay. just want to make sure. So
let the audience know.
I'm gonna fuck this all up anyway. But I've been playing Batman. Love it. I'm moving on to some older games, and then of course my Smash Brothers on my Wii. But that's me. Brox, what the hell have you been playing, man?
I've been slowly getting my backlog down. Just this past week, finished BioShock 2 finally.
That's a great one. Yeah.
Got the good ending on it. I found out because I beat it, and then of course it's a BioShock game, so okay, which ending did I actually get? And so going on and look, and I got the good ending. I saved all the little sisters. I got one of the 2 possible good endings, in that I killed everybody that I could have saved.
Right.
But it's still the good ending, and so it was really good. There were a lot of parts of it that were really frustrating. Such as whenever I'm having to harvest Adam. That seemed kind of cheap, as I'd always run out of ammo, and little sister's still sitting there getting beat on. But it was a lot of fun. I didn't like it as much as BioShock 1, and it's not nearly as good as Infinite, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
So playing
BioShock 2 is when you play Big Daddy, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was a great one.
And then a couple days ago, picked up Axiom Verge on the PS4, and that is amazing.
Isn't it fun?
I absolutely love that one. I mean, it's just bringing back so many good feels from playing Metroid and Super Metroid. I'm like, this is awesome.
It is. It's a lot of fun. I'm actually stuck in it right now, which is a little frustrating. I have no idea where to go next.
I can see that happening. I'm at a point now where I just keep dying over and over, and I'm asking myself, am I in the wrong area?
Stream it and make sure when you get angry enough to check your controller so we can laugh at you for losing $60.
No, that's me. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Fail internet. But I'm working on that. Anything on?
So I'm playing those 2, and then still going on Xenoblade Chronicles 3D on the 3DS.
Yeah, I just picked that up on my new one. It's weird.
It's weird. I mean, it's all kind of cooldown based combat.
Right.
And there's just seems to be a whole shit ton of side quests that you can do. I mean, I've hardly advanced the main plot because I'm going around searching for all these different things, talking to people. Is it the right time of day? Is it not the right time? I mean, it feels like I'm playing Shenmue with some combat, involved in there.
Yeah, that's
kind of interesting.
Interesting comparison. I can see that a lot, actually.
So it's a lot of fun though, and it's nice since it's the portable version of it. If something comes up, I just close the lid and it's ready for me to go. Versus I tried playing it on the Wii a little bit, and it was a little more frustrating because I can't just pause it and put it away after a while.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
So that's all I got for this
awesome. Week. Fantastic, man. Veg, what have you been playing? What's your thing?
This week I picked up Project Cars. It's a lot of fun if you like racing games. It's as realistic as you can almost get, but I have to modify it because I'm not that good right now at it. So.
I don't know. Forza 3 killed me on racing games. If I don't have that green stripe and a green turning to red stripe right where I'm supposed to.
No, it has it. It has it there. Yes.
I might need to pick that up then. Because without that, I'm terrible.
You can turn that off and on. The cool thing is it has a crap ton of cars right now, and they're planning to add even more into it later on, because they're saying it's still a little bit into beta, in the sense of beta, as it's not fully complete, but it's polished and pretty much done.
How does it compare to Drive Club on the PS4? Have you tried Drive Club yet, or?
Yeah, I have. It's a lot better.
Okay, cool. So I got PS Plus edition to Drive Club. I'm like, yeah, I don't see what the hype is all about on this.
No, that was stupid. No, I got to borrow a friend's, and it wasn't worth the money. Honestly, I gave it back to him. I was like, I should have traded this in for you. But the cool thing about it is you can start anywhere. Cool. Race-wise, you can start at the 125cc go-karts and move your way up to either F1, which is Formula A, or the LMP series, which is Le Mans.
Nice.
So you can work your way through either of those. The karts aren't a joke; they are nuts. Especially the 250cc's. Yeah, those little assholes go about 170. That's ridiculous.
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's supercars, and there's a reason why they're called supercars. But they're hard. They're fun to drive without any, because you're just basically, you're like driving on glass the entire race if you have no assistance on. It's a lot of fun to play. It's brand new, so it's like $60. I got it for 10 for trading in stuff, so yay.
Oh, nice.
But it's definitely worth it. It's one of the better driving games I played recently. The last one I played was Grid 2, and I was thoroughly disappointed because if you've ever played the original Grid, it was one of the best games I could have ever announced for arcade style / realistic drivers.
Grid 2 I found that a little disappointing as well. It's like, okay, I don't get it.
Yeah, they made certain cars way too heavy, or they made them way too unrealistic of their real counterpart.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like they slid too far towards the arcade racer.
Yeah. And the original one, they did perfect. I don't know why they didn't just copy that formula and go, oh, hey, let's just make a few improvements and better the graphics and add a lot more cars to it. But, hey, what do I know?
Right.
And then I've also been playing a crap ton more of Final Fantasy. I definitely suggest that, too.
The MMO?
Yeah, the MMO.
Yep.
You can pick it up for $20, and then eventually, if you ever hit 50, you can pick up the expansion for 40. And I tell you what, the expansion literally doubled the size of the game, kind of like Terraria.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
It was ridiculous because, what was it? It was at like 15 gigs and then went straight up to like 25. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, they added that much content to it. It's ridiculous.
That is pretty insane. I'm impressed that they've kept it alive as long as they have. That just shows the fan base that always goes along with them.
Well, it's been growing. It's almost getting to WoW levels of big. It's at 4.5 million the last time I checked for subscriber base.
Yeah.
So
that's actually quite a bit, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and someone was telling me that this might be the only expansion they're doing for it, but from my understanding is if it keeps being this popular, they might be adding more to it.
Really?
Yeah.
That'll be cool to see. Have them keep growing it even more. Hopefully they don't go down the same path as Blizzard has.
Oh, they've announced if they're going to call it quits if they start becoming like Blizzard in that sense for their MMOs.
Right. That's good. I know a lot of people have moved on to Elder Scrolls, and then they immediately quit that one again. Which was exactly what I did.
Yeah, I got it on PS4, and I've put maybe 3 or 4 hours into it, and
you walked away.
Well, I've walked away twice now so far. The first time was because it was right after launch, and everybody was there. I mean, the way they're handling it on the consoles, it's just one giant server for everybody on PS4.
Yeah.
So and it doesn't going, it's just a whole bunch of other player characters and nothing to actually kill. And for some of my quests, I need to go pick up resources, and there's nothing there because there's like 20 people camping out to one spot where something's going to spawn. So
yeah, you need 20 of something, and there's 100 people waiting for that one thing.
Exactly. So I picked it up again a couple weeks later and played it a little bit and said, okay, well, it's not as deep as I was expecting it to be. So,
Yes.
It's not like EVE Online. Holy shit, the
Yeah.
feedback.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
No.
the koala needs to
Mute
mute.
his mic. Thank you.
Mute.
Yeah, he's got the NSA tapping his lines right there.
Right. That's what it is.
Yeah, he has the British government after him again.
Yeah.
Hey,
But-
Cole, this guy in chat said that you have the System32 virus, so you should delete System32 to fix it.
Hit the Alt F4 key to reset it.
Right. That's usually the hotkey that works.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they would have treated it like, well, they can't do that. But I was gonna say, if they were gonna treat it like EVE Online, they better have a vast area. It's still nothing but feedback, by the way. You broke your
That's
mic.
crazy. This is why we can't let this guy have computers anymore.
No, this is why we shouldn't let him near the internet.
Right? He's probably got another virus.
But Final Fantasy 14, and then I've also been playing a crap ton more of Terraria because, like I said, they released a patch 2 weeks ago, and I'm still playing it.
That's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Because you suck at survival.
I do. I can't. No, not my thing.
Because you would be the first person dead in a zombie movie, not me. You.
Well-
Because you're like, oh no, a zombie! Ah! And I'd be the fat fuck running away 10 feet. I'd be the second person dead because I'd be out of breath watching you get on. And then
Probably.
they catch me.
Is it working?
Now it
There
is.
you go.
All right, we're doing good.
Fantastic. All right, Penth, what the hell have you been playing, man? What's going on in your world?
I'm still working on South Park.
Yep.
Got a little bit done this week. I was in Chicago for a work trip, so didn't get to play a whole lot this week.
Yeah, work happens.
But playing South Park, just got level 10. I don't know really how long it is, but it seems like I'm probably halfway, a little bit more than halfway.
Have you done the Chinese theater?
Oh yeah, right at the beginning.
Yeah.
I just I chose to side with the elves, and I'm assaulting the school.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I could tell you where you're at, but that would spoil things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I'm gonna go back to playing Witcher after that, and then Deus Ex after that. Like Brock said, and we kind of touched on it before, is now that we're kind of off WoW and don't feel beholden to logging in every day and spending an hour doing bullshit that we don't really care about. I can spend that playing games that I really want to play.
Yep, me too.
Mhm.
So I'm catching up on those, and reading that book. I'm also reading What If, since we talked about that too.
It's brilliant.
And the last week I already talked about. I went to the Origins pre-release, so I'm thinking about building a standard deck
Yeah.
for Magic. But I'm just looking at it. It's like $150 to build a really good one probably,
Yep.
and it's just I don't think I get to go play enough to make it worth it. So I'll
Right.
probably just keep going to the drafts and pre-releases.
Yeah, do that. Those are fun anyway. So, I do have to ask though, since you said you've been reading What If, favorite passage out of those, what do you call it? Like the worrying thoughts from the inbox?
What was it?
Something like that.
Yeah, no, like the ones that he refuses to answer because they're
Right.
like.
And-
What I think one of them was like, can you stop a volcano from erupting by putting a nuclear bomb in it?
Yeah, that
It
was
was like, why would you do that?
It just sounds like it
No.
would make it worse.
Well, he had one that was, what is the nutritional value in a human being? And then, of course, his artwork right below that, the guy says, I need to know by Friday.
Yeah.
And then you go to the next page, and it was, how fast does a chainsaw have to spin to cauterize a human limb? And then the picture under that was, and I need to know by Friday. You know, it was awesome. Great stuff. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yep, nothing much. My little system tray thing is telling me that Windows 10 is almost here.
Yes.
Windows 10 is pretty
interesting.
nice.
Next week, you guys, 9th, Wednesday, be a lot of fun. Cool.
I'm curious if I have it reserved or whatever.
You should have gotten an email.
Yeah, no, like I have it set up on the little thing in my system tray that says like you have your Windows 10 reserved. Like if I don't install it, do I get to keep that reservation and use 7 until 10 gets good reviews, or do I lose it if I don't install it right away?
I don't know.
I think you've got it saved, so you can install it anytime you want. They've already got it linked to you. Is the way I understand it.
Yeah.
I heard 10 was free regardless.
It's free if you're upgrading from I believe at least Windows Vista if you've got a genuine copy of it. It's not bad. I've been running the beta for a couple months now, and it's finally stable.
What happens if you lost your product key for your key for your registration?
You can email Microsoft with some information, and they'll send you your key.
Yeah.
I'll have to get the link for that later.
I've seen them push it digitally to your system too. Before they'll just unlock it from their end, which is kind of cool. But anyway, Coles, are you working, man?
No, I'm here.
Still muted? Okay. Hey, man, what the hell have you been playing? By the way, how you been? We haven't seen you in a while.
I know, it's been a while. I've been working every Saturday.
Oh, I know it.
Past month.
So
it's been good. I've turned 21 since last time I was on this podcast.
Oh, good. Now you can drink too.
Drinking time.
Yeah,
drink too.
Right?
Legally.
Legally, yes. I've been playing quite a bit of Xbox One, actually. I've been playing Smite for it.
Yep.
Which is really cool. I had lots of fun. I've been playing Witcher 3 for PS4. Been playing the new Final Fantasy 15 demo on the PS4, and then been playing Elder Scrolls Online for the Xbox One.
Fun.
You won't play Final Fantasy, you douche nozzle.
Well, every time I'm on my computer, it has to be League of Legends. So.
Oh, God.
Seriously, he's the one that invited me to play Final Fantasy, begged me to play it, and then as soon as we started playing, he just fucking disappears. I understand why he disappeared for a little while, and then when he finally gets back, oh no, I've just been playing League of Legends, man. I've been playing League of Legends.
On his eighth account.
Yeah.
Well, I like the game, but then it's right next to my League of Legends launcher, and then I just press the League of Legends launcher instead.
Right.
Yeah, but you bought the fucking $40 expansion, and yet you haven't touched
version of it.
Yeah, you dumbass.
It's fun.
I think Veg is about to throw a controller there.
Right? Good Lord.
Yeah, that's his excuse every time. He's like, hey, you want to play some Final Fantasy with me? He's like, no, I want to play some League right now. I'm like, oh, well, fuck yourself.
Sounds about right. That's like when you, Veg, start trying to convince me to get back into Grand Theft Auto, and I'm like, I gotta play Batman.
No, I know your excuse, though, and it's a legitimate one, which is you get disconnected every 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's rough.
Bad internet is bad.
Yeah, so I can understand your excuse. Cole's is not so much.
Oh, and Veg.
Right?
Yes.
I'm on a 12-game win streak in ranked with Karma mid with Smite.
That's fucked up.
Man.
League of Legends.
Interesting. So, is that pretty much it then?
Yes, and also I'd like to say that I pretty much clinched the fantasy LCS split. Just to let you know.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're not talking about that crap.
Yeah.
Right? I haven't checked it anyway. But we're bypassing that since Ron isn't here and you weren't supposed to be here.
Oh.
You're not supposed to be here today.
Well, there's the shout out for it for the day.
Awesome. That works. By the way, I do want to send a shout out to our guys in chat, man. We appreciate you guys coming, of course. So that's going to wrap up our gaming. Of course, I'm not talking anything about League. We're just not going to. So we're going to move on to our 6 gaming roundtable. Now, what this is, for those of you that are joining us, is every week we come up with a new question that we can discuss amongst ourselves. And, of course, we want to hear from you guys in chat. This week's question was from Penth. And, Penth, what did you have for us?
I don't think it was for me. I think it was Brock's.
Yeah, it was me.
Wasn't it? Oh, it was Brock's. I'm sorry. My notes are terrible.
More
refresh.
More Vodak for you. That'll work.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
All right. So what's our roundtable?
So my roundtable is something I don't know if we discussed before, but it's what is your comfort game, if any? Like if you just want to sit down, you've had a shitty week or something, you just want to sit down and play something mindless that you've probably beaten 20, 30 times before, and just sit down, like the back of your hand, and you can just kind of go on autopilot. What game is that for you, or games?
Well, let's start with you, man. What is it for you?
Easily, super. It depends on my mood. If I want something quick, Super Metroid, because I can sit down and autopilot that. I don't even try to speedrun it, but still do it within 2 hours, and just go through everything. Crazy. And I just know the game like the back of my hand. And if I want something nice and mindless to go through and play something, I fire that up. Right now, it's on the Wii, and just fire it up on the Wii and go to town. Yeah. I want something a little bit longer. Phantasy Star 4. I mean, that's the game that got me into RPGs, and still one of the best ones out there that nobody's played.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and that's only because it was on the Sega Genesis at a time when, 16-bit era, the Super Nintendo was the king of RPGs, and there was hardly anything on Genesis. But still, that game was ahead of its time, and at the time it came out, it was $100. It was insane. And,
yeah. Wasn't that the first one that had the modem for it, where you could dial in and do the multiplayer stuff?
That one didn't have the modem or the multiplayer, but the reason it was so expensive is it was 4 times bigger than anything else that was out there for Genesis, and memory was expensive back then. This was this had stickers all over the box. It's a 4 mega cartridge. It was huge.
Yeah, that is.
But it's
pretty
it's
big.
a fantastic game, and even games to this day have taken parts from it. If you go through and play one of the Zeboyd games. Not Clue3 Saves the World, Breath of Death 7. I mean, they use some of the cutscenes in that game are from Phantasy Star 4. They use the backgrounds and stuff like that from it. But
awesome.
they're games that I still find myself playing 20 years later. I'll fire them up and still go through it, no matter how much I have on my back burner, no matter how much I have in my wall of shame.
Yeah.
I'll sit there and much rather play one of those two. Just go through Super Metroid and wreck a couple bosses in 10 seconds and, and all that. Even though I know where everything is, I've gotten 100% runs on it. I don't know how many times, but still go through there and play it again because it's that good of a game. It's like comfort food for gaming.
It really is.
So what about y'all?
Coles, what's your comfort game, man? What do you always go back to? I'll bet you I can do this one too. It probably starts with a P.
That one too, but actually the main one is and I've talked about it quite a few times here too. Is Ape Escape.
Oh yeah.
I know the ins and outs and every corner you're not even supposed to be in that game. It's just it's an awesome game. Like I've 100%ed it probably like 50 times in my life, but it's easy, it's relaxing, and it's something fun to go through and just mess around and
play. Yep.
Yeah.
Veg, how about you, man? What?
Mine is not specifically one game. It's actually just real-time strategies. I don't know why. It's just I don't know why. It's just I love playing like the Warcraft 3 series, Warcraft 2, StarCraft, Command and Conquer. I don't know why. Every time I start playing those, it just relaxes me.
Those games where you can just zone out and build.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Sins of Solar Empire. Those kind of games are a lot of fun for me, and I can just relax. And for some reason, I used to be able to do that with SimCity 2000, and then when I tried to play the new SimCity, it just pissed me off too much because everything fucking broke for no reason. Like when I got it to play, oh hey, your thing bugged out. You can't work anymore. I had 3 cities literally bug out on me where they didn't have the files on their cloud anymore, and they deleted them. Where I had to make a brand new city again. Geez. After one point, I had 3 cities built on one land, even though you should be able to build, Anyway, no, that's why I stopped playing that. But it just most RTSs will calm me down. That or Doom. Doom is another good one.
Doom is a good one.
Yeah, Doom is good.
Well, did you just say Doom will calm you down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially that's another one I can go through on autopilot. I mean, the first 10 levels of Doom 2, I don't even have to think about it. It just goes through, and all of a sudden I'm at the exit of each one of them with everything dead in my wake.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The games still give me jump scares. Just turning around corners and having something pop in your face and stuff like that.
You should start. You should. I can't wait until Doom 4 comes out. That looks awesome.
Oh yeah.
It does look good.
And I'm gonna be such a chicken shit playing it. But anyway, Pent, man, what's your comfort game?
I guess it's Mario games. Just knowing where all the stuff is, and it's not really stressful. Like,
right.
You don't feel you can play a minute at a time, 2 minutes at a time, play through 1 or 2 levels, and you don't really feel any commitment. And if you die, then it's like it's kind of how it goes. It's not like a game where you have to restart from a checkpoint or whatever.
Right.
You lost only a minute or 2 of play time or whatever. So that's probably it. I've been playing a little bit Diablo if I only have a couple minutes to spare.
Yeah.
But honestly, one problem that I'm trying to get better at is I'll sit down at my computer and I'll check my email and I'll check Facebook and I'll look at Reddit for a while, and I've had an hour now that I could have played a game, and instead I was messing around doing other stuff.
Right.
So, to get better about wasting time on the things that I want to waste time on.
No, I hear you. Well, for me, it's kind of funny that Brox, you brought up mood, because that's really kind of my thing. If I have to just get rid of some stress or whatever, I'll go to Grand Theft Auto. That's just, I can run around and kill and destroy and do all that craziness. But for me, I've got a couple autopilot games, and they're absolutely autopilot. Like you said, Super Metroid. 100%. I can almost speed run it. There's all these little things that I can do. But hands down, it's either Riven, the sequel to Myst. There's something about it I can just play, and I love it. And the other one is any of the Monkey Island games. There's something about those old school adventure games that I love, and I can sit back, I can laugh, even though the jokes are about as corny and stupid as it gets. But I love it nonetheless. And those are just kind of my games. If I really wanted to just zone out, I'll pop in Super Metroid, do that for a bit, or play Monkey Island, like you said. There's no love lost if I just have to quit. But anyway, that's it for me. Hey, you guys, again, welcome to chat. I'm so happy you guys. But sadly, this is the point where we got to wrap things up today. I'm actually kind of sad about that, but I don't think we have anything else unless anyone else wants to chime in.
Let's ask real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody in chat, do you have a favorite game that's your go-to game for when you want to relax?
Definitely Pokemon.
There's a Twitch delay, so.
I mean, there is, of course, a Twitch delay, but nonetheless, we do want to hear from you guys.
Pokemon, RuneScape, one of those two.
Right. Oh God, not Pokemon. By the way,
RuneScape.
Whatever. Did you hear? Did you hear about the new Pokemon games that are coming out?
Did I?
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear a thing. What happened?
They've got 2 more coming out.
Okay, 1 second. Google time.
Yeah, or at least maybe I don't know how to read. Maybe they're rehashes, but I promise you, I saw 2 remakes or 2 new games coming out for Pokemon. I can't do it, man. There's, and I've got Pokemon for my 3DS. What is it? I think it is, and I'll play like 10 minutes of it, and I said, why the hell did I do this as a kid?
Oh,
I can't play it anymore.
Pokemon Z.
Yeah. Okay.
Pokemon Z.
Is it just a remake?
Yeah, it's just an X and Y again.
Figures. So it doesn't look like we got anything out of chat today. That's all right. I really don't mind.
Said RuneScape, so RuneScape is.
RuneScape. Oh yeah, Petha. Awesome. Now we're on about all this Pokemon stuff. God, Pikachu, I'm gonna kill you.
Great game.
I swear to God. I can't do it. But yeah, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. I've got some stuff I gotta do, as do my other very illustrious co-hosts. Thank you for coming to the Six Gaming Cast. I am your host, as always, Shosan. We are here every Saturday at 10 o'clock. Feel free to tune in. Of course, we stream on Twitch through different sources. We'll get those posted. If you guys are curious, we do have a Facebook page, Facebook/6GamingGG. Feel free to check us out there, and we will, of course, post everything up. And, again, you can get us on Google. Thanks, guys, for coming. So, Penth, say goodbye.
I am not Ron.
Thank God. Definitely not. Veg, say goodbye, damn it.
Later, guys.
Yeah, that was really enthralling.
That was
Kiss my culo, jackass.
That's
Bulls, man, say your goodbyes.
The cute koala says goodbye.
Thank you. Brox?
Let's see, Brock's out.
Awesome. That was a little bit more enthusiastic. Again, I am your host, Shosan. You guys, thank you for coming. We really greatly appreciate it. And we will see you next week. In for Ron?